big announcement that we have teased y'all for the last while and now is that Hoop Life is launching.
When you're part of a team, you're working towards the same goals. Everybody grinds, we have our roles, we execute, we go out every single day.
This is something that we've looked forward to for a while, and so to have this happen at this stage is exciting.
I continue playing basketball collegiately, pro, or just playing for fun. So again, I'm super excited to be having this to happen, and I know our teams are working super hard behind the scenes to.
It'd be a surprise to some people who've never been involved in the program, but to those who have been with us, our friends, our family, they know the hours, the time, the commitment that we've put in.
That's our job. We're super excited with him taking that next step. And
then he came through Hoop Life and he found all the confidence, sometimes too much. Right?
Yeah.
What's this big announcement? Welcome back, everybody. Well, if you're watching the show last week, Andrew Gottslig from Hoop Life. I think he stayed here the whole week. Yes, he did. Changed clothes, so it's all good. Yeah. Anyway, Andrew was here with us last week, but he was unable to make the big announcement.
He had a big tease for us.
The big announcement. Anyway, Hoop Life basketball training does have a little bit of a big announcement. Andrew brought along two of his main dudes. We have seated next to Andrew is Keegan Edwards. He's the sales lead over at Hoop Life. Among other things, they all wear a bunch of hats. And Majok Madal at the end of the table is player development lead, former Cougar star as well. Andrew, I've wasted about as much time as I care to, so please, what's this big announcement?
Yeah, well, it's great.
Fill us in!
It's great to be here.
The people want to know.
It's great to be with y'all. It's great to have my guys here, and that is an understatement on Keegan and Majok, I'll say. I get way too much credit when I get to come and hang out with you guys. Keegan has been, we've been at Hoop Life together now for over 5 years. And so Keegan, his role, I think the titles were wrong. I'm actually not sure what the exact titles are from the guys.
Whatever it needed to be.
Oh,
they are,
damn.
These guys are, we don't really, the whole title thing, so hey, what's your title? I'm not actually sure. Keegan and Majok, and there's also another guy, Diego. The four of us are on the leadership team at Hoop Life, and the four of us are
Drop the bomb!
Are working on all the strategy. So I want to say that to start, that it's great to be with you guys. But I'll share, and then I'll let these guys share. The big announcement that we have teased y'all for the last while and now is that Hoop Life is launching in Saskatoon on September 28th.
Very nice.
And that is something that we've worked at now. We've been in Regina for 7 years now, 7.5 years, and this is something that we've looked forward to for a while, and so to have this happen at this stage is exciting.
I know you were with us when you started Hoop Life. I can't believe that was 7.5 years ago, to be honest with you. And I remember when you came on, you said that you wanted to make this not just a Regina thing, but you wanted to make this a Saskatchewan thing. 7.5 years later, when you take a look at it, have you exceeded that timeline, or are you right at that timeline?
I think people underestimate what they can do in 10 to 15 to 20 years, and they overestimate, and they say, in the first few years of Hoop Life, I thought we would have been in 10 cities by now. It takes a long time to build something good. And when you think
There
of
was that whole pandemic thing, too.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
slowing that down.
Yeah, and that was tough, but we came out of it with a building. And so, it's a lot of it is the mindset that you have going into it. And so as a team, we got together and we had a clear mission that we want Hoop Life not just to be a Saskatchewan thing, but to be a Canadian thing and an international thing, and to be able to have Hoop Life centers all over the place. And so this is the next step in Saskatoon. We're partnered with Sask Polytech as our facility partner. And so that is going to be where all the sessions are held, and it's going to be great. And eventually we'll get our own building in Saskatoon within the next year to two, and it'll look just like Regina, and in fact maybe a bit bigger. And so we're excited.
Keegan, how cool is this?
It's cool. It's cool. I just want to embrace it, know that we've been working hard towards it. I know from the outside looking in, it's kind of like, how did that happen? But it's a little bit different when you're doing it, because I think the one thing that made this work is that our team here that we've built, we've worked as hard day one as we have to this day now. And the group that we have, when you're part of a team, you're working towards the same goals. Everybody grinds, we have our roles, we execute, we go out every single day. It feels like it takes a long time, but then looking back, it's so quick and you've done so much. It's any team that is performing and committed to excellence, you know what I mean? It's might be a surprise to some people who've never been involved in the program, but to those who have been with us, our friends, our family, they know the hours, the time, the commitment that we've put in, and they're excited with us too. So it is really nice to have that recognition as well.
Majok, we know what the basketball community in Regina is like, and it has grown every year, and obviously the guy next to me is a big reason for that. Your university and the programs that Steve and Dave have put together are a big reason for that as well. The basketball community in Saskatoon, I'm guessing, is no different. Maybe the only difference being that they have a professional team and Regina doesn't. But I'm guessing that the Saskatoon basketball community is just as big and just as good as Regina's.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, basketball in Sask is definitely growing. As you see, there's more and more kids playing, and we're definitely super excited to come on in and provide an outlet for kids to continue having that training outlet and preparing them for things down the road, or whether it's continuing playing basketball collegiately, pro, or just playing for fun. So again, we're super excited to be having this to happen, and I know our teams are working super hard behind the scenes to execute things, make sure everything's going well.
So we know Andrew's sticking around, but are either of you heading up to Saskatoon?
That's a good question. I could take that one. So the Saskatoon, you know, the best part about Hoop Life is our team, and I mean, this is something that, you know, our goal with Hoop Life is to plant in hundreds of cities across the world. That's been our plan from the beginning, and it still is. And I think a lot of that personnel is going to come from the inside. And so our lead coach in Saskatoon, his name is Zane Graham. I wish he could be here because he's a great guy, but he's obviously busy at work in Saskatoon. Sure. And Zane came through the program as a kid. We mentored him, Keegan, myself, Majok.
Nice.
We mentored him as a kid, and now he's a man, and he's not a kid anymore. And, you know, after a great playing career, he said, you know, this is the next move and the next step for me. And so when we put that opportunity together, that's what we did. And so between all of us, we'll be on rotation and we'll be out there a lot.
I was just going to say,
we're looking at maybe getting a team house out there because we'll be there a lot.
I was just going to say, when you're starting up, you've got to take a lot of trips up and down the highway. Is there any thought about relocating to Saskatoon, even if it's for 6 months, just to make sure that everything is fine and that any hurdles that you find that you can get over?
The head office will remain in Regina, and we'll all have our families here, and so we'll all, you know, we have a rotation right now that we'll have, you know, throughout the next 2 years probably. We'll be there week after week.
To get him out of the house?
No, I did not.
That wasn't you that told
That wasn't me, no.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
That was Roman.
Man. Yeah,
Right.
So it's great. I mean, Zane is one of the most gifted individuals that we've ever had. He's been coaching now. You know, he's been coaching since we have. You know, generally at Hoop Life, our coaches are graduated from high school. He coached when he was in high school, and so that says a lot about him. And he's the man for the job. He's going to do an awesome job. And you know, the great thing is too, we have some friends in Saskatoon. If you guys didn't remember,
Sorry.
we have Saskatoon has really embraced this, and the conversations we've been having behind the doors, obviously until we made the announcement. But we have some friends there, the Saskatchewan Rattlers, and so as Hoop Life as the official youth development partner of the Rattlers, we're able to really come and help assist with what they're trying to do and you know, blow basketball up in Saskatoon, and so it's going to be awesome. We love the city.
You need now? You need an ad on the court for Rattlers games. Ooh. You need that because now with TSN on there, you need the logo.
That'd be all right.
You need the logo. I'm telling you.
have
the
Lee
Rattlers
Genier on?
have the Rattlers hired you as their new sales rep?
No,
and
neither have
partnerships
you.
rep?
So
They can't afford it. They can't afford it.
another government guy, they can't do that. If I'm a kid in Regina that's got a Hoop Life membership, and I'm going to Saskatoon, or vice versa, does this membership now for both, or is it still separate?
I'm going to throw that to my mans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You got it.
So the point of setting up everything is to provide opportunities for kids to be involved, for kids to play. And what we do is we eliminate barriers, we build confidence, and a lot to do with that is being accepted wherever you go, right? So why should our memberships be any different? We're not going to say no to you, a kid that wants to play basketball, especially if you already committed to Hoop Life. Why would we do that, right? So wherever you're at, 100 facilities down the road, it doesn't matter whichever one, you're always going to be welcome at a Hoop Life, and it's as simple as a call.
Nice. Majok, I don't know if you're intimately familiar with the programming that they're going to run up in Saskatoon, but I'm assuming it'll mirror pretty closely what's happening in Regina?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Andrew mentioned, Zane grew up in our program, so it's pretty easy for him to follow that philosophy that we've kind of implemented here in Regina. I know he'll do a fantastic job. We're super excited with him taking that next step and growing things in Saskatoon.
How exciting is this for you?
Yeah,
It's
pretty
awesome,
cool,
man.
man.
It's
It's pretty
good to
cool.
go.
And to tell you the truth, this was something that wasn't. I mean, we put a lot of strategy in behind everything that we do, as you guys know. And this was something that we didn't have this on the docket at the end of last year. And this is something that came in the last number of months. We've been working on it, but it's cool. This is the next step. This is what we've worked so hard for, and we're continuing to work hard for. And it's cool. At the end of the day, too. I mean, we're talking a lot about we're excited and it's fun, but we're here because Hoop Life has a mission, and this is something that, as a kid, I didn't have a lot of confidence growing up. The mission of Hoop Life is to help kids become confident and successful through basketball. And so for me, for our entire team, this is something that a lot of companies have a mission statement that really means nothing. It's just like it looks good on the wall. We live it, and so at the end of the day, Zane grew up as a kid that also didn't have a lot of confidence. And then he came through Hoop Life and he found all the confidence, sometimes too much, right?
Yeah.
No, it's never too much, right? And now he wants to pass that off to thousands of kids. And so when you go to bed at night and you say, hey, we're gonna put our heads together. Yes, we're gonna have some sleepless nights, and we just introduced we probably just extended our weekly hours the next year, by 20-30%. But when you know that the mission is so real and that we're here to change kids' lives and help them become confident, and then that's what it's all about.
Congratulations, man.
Awesome. Great stuff. Guys, best of luck with this, and looking forward to hearing where the next location will be. Moose Jaw, PA? Oh, we'll let you announce that when you're ready. There you go, folks. Hoop Life basketball well underway. And if you have a young person, or maybe not that young, that wants to get involved, absolutely check them out online. Lots of stuff going on all the time. We've got lots of stuff going on the show, so stick around.